Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It is your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where edutainment is what I do. It's time for some recommended reading. When does recommended reading occur? When I do it. So on my page, you never know what you're going to get from day to day, but you know you will get some stuff that you are familiar with. I want to talk about this comic book right here, Ultimate Invasion. Bryan Hitch and Jonathan Hickman are at it again after, I forgot how many years, but since the demise of the 1610, aka Ultimate Universe, they plucked Miles Morales and Evil Reed Richards, aka the Maker, out of the 1610 universe. He's had a lot of adventures since, but he wants to go back home. And Ultimate Invasion is the beginning of his scheme to go home? Or is he trying to do something else? Ominous. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes and show y'all images of said book. And y'all can drop comments like y'all always do. But before we get into any of that, I need y'all to do what you always do for your mans in there. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when new material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. This right here. This, me. Share, and share alike. That's what we say. That's what the little rascal used to say. Who are the little rascals? Never mind. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's talk about this guy for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Nathaniel Reed Richards. Reed Nathaniel Richards, a.k.a. Reed Richards, a.k.a. Mr. Fantastic, a.k.a. The Maker. The Maker is a twisted version of Reed Richards from the 1610 universe. Same Reed Richards, just a little younger and a lot more evil. That's primarily what he looks like. This is what he's looking like now. And this is the fella right here. This fella right here is who we're going to talk about. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend to know every little nuance of what's going on with the Maker. I have seen the Maker in stories I was reading or rocking with. I did collect Ultimate Fantastic Four. I did collect Ultimate X-Men. I did collect the Ultimates. And that's about it. And then, you know, those little, I think what was it, Return of the Sinister Six, Ultimate Invasion. It was a couple of them that I call ultimate stories. So I'm familiar with the 1610 universe. Basically, the 1610 universe, what I got out of it was kind of a universe where we wanted to see superheroes and supervillains die, and for the most part stay dead, or die really grisly deaths, because we never get to see anybody die a really grisly death as far as superheroes go. And Wolverine in the Ultimate Universe died a pretty grisly death. The Wasp in the Ultimate Universe died a pretty grisly death. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man, died a pretty, well, not grisly, but he died a pretty nasty death at the hands of the Green Goblin in the Ultimate Universe. Miles Morales replaced Peter Parker of the 1610 universe, but that's not what we want to talk about. We want to talk about this book right here. The Ultimate Universe 1610 and the 616 are about to collide. First page, talking about the 616. Chapter 1, good artist copy. When this story opens up, there are 4 gentlemen breaking into a facility with high-tech weaponry. And that's what they're talking about on this page right here, what they're getting ready to do with their high-tech weaponry. Because one fella says to the other fellas, how many guards? A lot, along with an automatic firing platform and a security system that can't be externally hacked or disabled. But that's not what you should be worried about. And another henchman says, okay, what is it? Same as always, getting out what we came for. And once they get into a skirmish, they find out that the equipment they've been provided is a little bit better than regular riot gear, because one of the henchmen fires a sonic weapon. And that right there is what it does. Ouch. How am I not dead? I can't believe. It's not, look, idiot, it's the suit. Now focus on the job. And that's what went on, and they fired their weapon, and you can see the results. A lot more lethal than the sonic weapons that were being fired at them. Also, by the way, this is kind of a gatefold cover while I'm thinking about it. Not quite a gatefold cover, but you get what I'm getting at. It opens up. Congratulations, Mr. Hickman and Mr. Hitch. Yeah, it looks fun. It's a harken back to the Ultimate Universe days. So I kind of enjoyed seeing the drawing style, you know what I'm saying, Bryan Hitch and Ultimate stuff going on. So that part. And who are they going to get after they kill a whole bunch of people? Your man is in a room by himself, bucket naked. Even bucket naked. They could not stop Reed Richards, any Reed Richards, from any universe, from escaping from anything if he feel like escaping from it. And as we see when he turns around, it is, of course, the evil Reed Richards. Remember the picture I showed you scant seconds ago? Yes. So Reed Richards has a device that he uses after these guys give him his gear to break them down into a duplicate of him. Meanwhile, he's gearing back up. He's got maker shit to do. And that's what's left in the room. And then after we find out about Reed's daring escape, we get this page right here. Our universes, Reed Richards, and who? Is that T'Challa? No, better than that. Is that Hattusarase? What? Okay, back up. Clearly, Jonathan Hickman and Bryan Hitch do not give a about current Marvel continuity as it is associated with T'Challa the Black Panther. As us Panther faithful know, T'Challa has been exiled and is no longer the king of Wakanda. And the Hattu were disbanded. So what's all that, Willis? What you talking about? You know what? Don't care. We're just happy to see T'Challa. because he's been taking a beating the past couple years. Goodness gracious, Jesus on a bicycle. Now, I like how Bryan Hitch draws T'Challa and makes him look really cat-like. Can you see that there? He's got those cat eyes, and the ears are super kitty cat-like, you know? So, best friends, Reed and T'Challa, putting their scientific brains together to figure out something ain't right. We need to check and see if the Maker's still in his prison. And that is exactly what they go to do next. Only to discover a very gross meltdown. You're the smartest man in the universe, Reed, and now there's an evil version of you loose in the world. This has to be handled quickly. Where do you think the Maker's gone? The Baxter Building. How do we know he's going to the Baxter Building? It says 1 week later, the Baxter Building. Who's in the Baxter Building? Looks like the Maker to me. And a Richard sibling. But he can't see him entirely. So Dad tells him to hush. What is the Maker going to get from Ray Richards' lab? Or his lab, technically. Information. Oh my God. He doesn't need any information. Not the Maker. Whatever it is, he found it. And then the next day in the necropolis. What? The necropolis? Isn't the necropolis under Wakanda? Central Wakanda? The Golden City that T'Challa is no longer king of? And who do we see in this Golden City with T'Challa? The Illuminati. There they are. Black Bolt, Namor, Professor X, T'Challa, Tony Stark, Stephen Strange, and Reed Richards. They are the superhero early response team. They sit around, assess dangers, and say, this is a little too dangerous for you common rank and file superheroes to handle. I'm gonna need the Illuminati on this. So they're talking about where the heck the Maker is. And the Maker came to Wakanda and stole vibranium. See, so now we got that traipse up into to Wakanda anytime you feel like it dynamic going on in the comics now, or at least in this comic book right here. The influence of Black Panther Wakanda Forever fucking continues. Good God Almighty. Okay. Well, they spreaded the break-in-ness around because he also broke into Adelan, the home of the Inhumans. And in this picture, we see Lockjaw got knocked the out. If anybody could knock Lockjaw out, it would be Reed/the Maker Richards. And he went into a place where this is what they're describing. Okay. After that, he stole a bridge of mine. And this is Reed talking. that was not supposed to be in storage at a secret Stark Long Island warehouse. And then he somehow made off with a mutant gateway, which were supposed to be unmovable and useless to anyone not possessing a mutant gene. God knows what he's thinking there. So let's recap. Stole a lot of vibranium, stole Terrigen spheres from Adelon, stole a gateway from Reed Richards, and from the Quiet Council, apparently. And from Doctor Strange, he took an immunity lance. I don't know what that is. Atlantean dilution shields. So he's jacked something from everybody in the Illuminati. Wow. Only an evil Reed Richards. Only an evil Reed Richards. And they're trying to surmise what he's doing. And if he's got all of this stuff and he's getting ready to pull something, why hasn't he done it yet? Come on now, Illuminati. He's Reed Richards. You got a Reed Richards right there. Why don't you ask Reed Richards? I mean, just for shits and giggles, you got a Reed Richards there. Hey, Reed, if you were evil and you had all of this shit, what would you do with it? Isn't that the simple answer? So what's he waiting for? Okay. What's he waiting for? This moment right here. Two residents of the 1610 universe having a meeting of the minds. I must admit, when the Maker showed up in Miles Morales' bedroom, I was thinking a fight was going to ensue, but it's not. Here's what happens. Miles Morales says, "Who are you?" The Maker replies, "Have we not met? I cannot tell with so many of you. The masks and monikers, and more than that, the repetitive nature of so many of you heroes." I must say, I kind of gotta agree there with the Maker and where he's going with that. Miles Morales' eloquent reply is, "Who the hell are you?" And he says, "You are Miles Morales, and I am your brother." Uh-oh. Empire Strikes Back moment. What? I read about it in his records, his being the 616 Reed Richards. It was some trick of universal rebirth and reality shaping, as I understand it. But according to the secret history, it's something every creature on this planet, in this universe, shares. But you and I have something that sets us apart from them, apart from their shared history. We are the only survivors of a dead universe, Miles. The only living children of gods erased from history. Did you know that? Did Miles know that? Of course, Miles knew that, because his response is, "Did you not?" Basically, and I knew you didn't. That kind of a thing. No, not in the way I do now. But if you know, then you must feel the same itch that I do. The one you cannot reach, the one you cannot scratch. The pull of nothingness and oblivion that we share with the world we are from. The feeling of lives erased and forgotten. Now he's got Miles' attention. Miles ain't being all aggressive now. He's like, "Why are you here?" Not, "Why are you here?" Just, "Why are you here?" "I am going home. Would you like to come with me?" That, I must say, I was not expecting. Oh man, you're totally serious, aren't you? Yes, it felt wrong to go and not ask you to come along. I would want to be asked if the roles were reversed. So the maker just wants to go home to a universe that don't exist? How, Sway? How? What's Miles' response to that invitation? Nah, I'm good. Asked if you would like to come to your home universe with me, even though it don't exist no more. Nah, I'm good. If nothing else, Miles, as a good superhero, should want to keep tabs on the maker. But what does he do? Nah, I'm good. If you change your mind, maker hands him a card and poof, gone. It's a blank card, though. And someone is screaming, "You're not getting away with this." Who's screaming, "You're not getting away with this"? The Illuminati has come to stop thee. Full-fledged group ready to go. That's everybody. The whole squad is there. And so he's got his little setup. What's going on with his little setup there? Terrigen Mist and gateways and immunity staff. What's he getting ready to do? And so they get the villain monologuing, basically. Now, Reed, why would you lie to yourself like that? How can you stop me when you know neither where I'm going or what I'm going to do? Fair question. And I promised you, by the time you do figure it out, I will already have left you long behind. My path, you see, is set. My course, fixed. We'll follow you. We'll find you, is what T'Challa says. The bridge controller is set to purge and randomize as soon as I travel through. You might be able to find where I went if I didn't run the sequencing through the gateway, but I did. And as we both know, that kind of biological encoding is the best encryption under this or any other sun. See, he's a Reed Richards that if I wanted to be slick and mean, I could F some people up. And that's the Reed Richards you got right here. Reed Richards not being a nerd, using that scientific know-how to mess up people's days. It can be done. Anything can be done. Yes, but the time it would take. It's measured in years, decades even. Do you really want to find me that badly? And Dr. Strange replies, that depends. Where are you going? And Professor X retorts, and more importantly, what are you planning to do? And his response, I feel, is an honest one. I'm going someplace I can call my own, someplace I can create as was intended at my creation. Oh God, I know what he's going to do. We have to stop him while we still can. Do it. Do it now. And bam, the heroes come with a certified hero attack. Question: how come Black Bolt Scream ain't messing with nobody else? Maybe Doctor Strange cast the spell ahead of time. Let's go with that. Enough power to level a building. And it does. But it didn't do a damn thing to the maker. Goodness. And he asked if y'all finished. And Reed said, you know better than that. And into the portal he steps. He's gone. And they don't know where he went. Just like he said, they ain't gonna know where he went. And they can only stand there in a really cool, heroic pose and ponder. Bryan Hitch's art is still decent. Universe-shaking events are more important than beef. Right, Namor and T'Challa? Right. And here we enter 6160. Wait a minute. I thought he was gonna do the 1610 thing. It doesn't exist. How? How, Sway? Now we're finding out. And here in the 6160 universe, we find a Peter Parker and a Gwen's. No, I'm sorry, that's Liz Allen. Peter Parker and Liz Allen. Already a difference. It's supposed to be that fateful day, that radioactive spider getting ready to create you know who from you know what. And what happens? He's there, he's about to bite. Smack. The spider is smacked off his shoulder and dropped in a test tube. That thing almost bit you, son. Who is it that is changing destiny? Of course. Of course. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first issue of Ultimate Invasion. Thoughts? Well, I had questions. First question, what is Reed Richards doing? Reed Richards is creating his own universe. And he's going through this universe apparently and allowing events to happen or intervening in events so that they don't happen. In effect, playing God. What is all that other equipment for? Terrigen Mist, gateways. Was it all to just travel to 6160? Or is there some other sinister purpose for why he's doing what he's doing? Someplace he can call his own is what he said. How on earth are we know the heroes are going to be able to pursue him because it's called Ultimate Invasion. So how, I guess, is what we want to see that they're able to comprehend. I mean, you've got between Reed Richards, Tony Stark, and T'Challa, you got the scientific know-how to pursue him. We talking about 1/3 of a scientific group, a think tank that was able, and it wasn't even these minds, it was just one of these minds that was able to turn Galactus from a world devourer into a world creator. So traversing dimensions and universes should be small fries to these cats. It's just the specificity of what universe they have to find to be able to go to it and stop the maker. That's what I want to see. Is it a combination of magic and science? Is it a combination of something else? What? How does Miles Morales holding that card that the maker gave him figure into the 6160? And we know Miles may or may not choose to exercise that power, or he might just turn it over to the heroes and let them exercise it. Maybe that's how they'll catch up to the maker. Who are we going to see next from the 1610? On the back, we see the Ultimates. Will the Ultimates debut? They wouldn't have put them on the book if they weren't going to. Okay. These and many other questions will be answered in Ultimate Invasion. Yeah. What did y'all think? Are you gonna go out and buy this and read it for yourself? It looks like it's shaping up to be a barn burner event of the summer. Let's see what happens with it, y'all. I'm in. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Oh, happy Independence Day, y'all.